Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central, I'm your host Jack, and today we're taking a look at women losing it because passport bros are winning. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
I've seen the deterioration of women. I've been in DC for over 20 years. You gotta understand, when you leave this country, it is entirely different. I'm sure if you guys have traveled, you got a taste of it, but go explore, taste other cultures, taste women from other cultures. I mean, literally and figuratively, you know, like have a good time.
No, I feel you, bro.
And see, because when you get outside of this country, you don't have that type of.
The more I hear about women from other countries, the more I wonder why any men who traveled would ever choose an American woman.
If a man wants to date you, how much does he need so that you feel comfortable dating him?
I think about 25 to 30 million.
25 to 30 million dong per month.
Yeah.
You should make. And how about you?
Same.
Same?
Try doing that interview over here and watch as the number is multiplied by at least 100.
In America, I was a 7 out of 10, but here in Latin America, I am at the top of the food chain because just look what I'm getting out here. So if you boys are unhappy with what you're getting back in America, it's probably not you. You're probably not the problem. You're dealing with a lot of entitlement. I mean, let's be honest, even the threes back in America think they're entitled to a 6'5" jacked millionaire. So you should probably just do what I did and just throw in the towel back home. It's not worth it. Come to Latin America where you get something much better. Get your passports, boys, and join me out here.
It's hilarious to see that all these American women are crashing out now because they realize the guys that they thought were beneath them aren't even chasing them anymore.
If you get married, you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life, right? That's why you get married. So that's why it's declining. Why would you get married if you want to have just one partner when you can have multiple?
This delusional mentality is pretty much exactly why it's declining.
French or American girls?
Neither.
Go on.
Yeah, of course.
Which one would you go for? Which nationality you'd want to go for?
I'd go for anything that's South European and anything that's East European as well.
Imagine having such bad experiences, you decide to just give up on the whole country entirely.
Is there like a difference between American girls and European girls?
So I could tell you the difference between Latina and Americans and in Europe. I would say a bit more caring. The Latina ones are a bit more caring. You know, the Americans or the Europeans, they are a bit like, oh no, I'm independent and all that. From being a Latino, you are kind of like the man that you want to look after the girl, but in a good way. I'm not saying that you're not independent. You know, I just want to
provide.
That's all, exactly.
Funny how a lot of American women boast about being independent, but they're also the loudest when it comes to wanting men to pay their bills.
I couldn't even get to the point where I was saying, well, look, I'm in it for the real deal here. I'm looking for a woman young enough to have children because I don't have children and I want to be a dad. So I'll give you everything if you give me everything. Couldn't even get to that point. But I could have that conversation with a woman in the Philippines like I had with Jayan, and she would say, okay, tell me more. How's that work? And then you have a discussion about it, and then you can come to find out, you know, if your goals are going to work out together. So I literally stopped swiping in the United States.
He decided to step away from women in the States and realize that mutual understanding is actually a real functioning concept.
And a lot of it is passport bros.
Bro, those guys, disgusting.
Oh,
and then they go to Europe for looking for these kind of
DR. But let me tell you something, passport bros that love to just go get women in DR. You played yourself, because a girl in DR is 18 and she's really 55. No, dead. You go over there thinking that you're gonna run into me. Yo, you're not. These girls got game. They've been having games since they were 5.
Pretty
you know
much.
what? At 5, they were 18.
No,
you know what I mean? So, because it's a thing now.
So they're disgusting now just because they're not choosing you? Keep coping.
Worst thing a guy can do when he sees a woman on the street and makes eye contact is not smile. The creepy thing is not smiling, and the reality is most guys don't even realize that they're doing it. So we make eye contact, but that like really stern face is what kind of can trigger women. And I'm saying it because that's how I just felt. Had that guy just smiled a little bit, it would have put my nervous system at ease, and that's how connections get made.
But if they do smile, she'd take it as them hitting on her and have something else to complain about.
Get your passport and stop playing. I don't understand what y'all not understanding. Get your passport. These women in America is not it. You know, I've been back in America for about, what, like a month now? and I'm seeing like, no, this is not the spot, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to like get another trip out to Europe. I'm going somewhere else, and then I'm probably gonna go to Europe, because this ain't it. These women will drain you of your happiness. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you. All they care about is how they feel and what they want out of life. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. We all want certain things out of life, but what you want, your happiness, oftentimes is not even considered.
Absolutely. Life's too short to waste time on entitled women with standards that don't even match reality.
You think Asian women are going to go 50-50 with you on the bill?
No, we date traditionally, which means if I invite the girl out, I plan and pay for the date. The catch is the cost of living is often 1/4 the price overseas, so even if we pay for the whole date, we're still paying less than what we would have paid 50-50. And this is a point that I don't think gets talked about enough when it comes to Passport Bros. It's not just dating, it's cost of living, it's rent, it's gym, it's food, it's everything, and it increases the quality of your life. At the end of the day, it's a men's health movement about doing what's best for you. It takes one US remote job and the courage to leave to experience all of that, plus a dating culture that is a lot less toxic.
A lot of people, not just men, come to the Philippines so that they can experience our values and morals, especially a culture that's beyond money and privilege. So why are these women shocked that they're dating us? Is it because you think you're better than us?
50-50 isn't the issue. It's women not meeting the expectations that come with being provided for.
What about you, Andrew? What do you expect on the first date?
When I was dating,
yeah,
probably that the expectation was that a man would pay for the date and chivalry and all of that. What I would expect in modern year is that I wouldn't date. It just sounds like a nightmare. I would just check out completely and grab a passport and passport bro for the rest of my life. I don't think I would ever date another United States woman ever again, honestly.
Where would you ship your passport wife from?
I have no idea. Just anywhere but here.
The look on their faces says it all. You could tell they had no comeback for what he said.
Russian versus American girls. Do you cook at home?
Да. Но если он будет часто хотеть, то я буду ему часто готовить.
Cook at home.
No.
Да. Особенно парню я всегда готовлю обязательно. И мне нравится, в принципе, для любимого человека готовить. Ну, он спортсмен, соответственно, я готовлю что-нибудь с курицей обязательно.
I do. Probably like 2 or 3 times a week.
Конечно. Часто. Картошечка. Запеченная картошечка. Как же без мяса? Мужчину нужно кормить только мясом.
Like twice a week.
I say like every week.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like once a week.
Конечно. Обязательно. Каждый день. Завтрак, обед, ужин.
And you don't even need to guess which women have the happier partners.
What are your names?
Kelly. I'm Anya.
Where are you guys from?
Taiwan. I'm from Thailand.
How is dating culture different in your home countries than in the United States?
Girls in Taiwan is more like conservative. So like they hope boys make promise, but like compared to America, I think they're more like casual dating. They're like seeing each other, nothing serious. Very casual, friendly, and they use apps pretty frequently. And they can like meet each other and like they move really fast, but nothing like Taiwanese.
Can you say more about how it is in Taiwan?
People always introduce their friends to other friends, not like using the dating apps. Like I said, they're like more conservative. Yes, take it slow.
Yeah. And then get married?
Yes. Then get married.
Conservative and traditional, or entitled and feminist. I think it's safe to say that most men will choose the former.
What do you think about Spanish women?
Beautiful. Cool, they chill. I see you.
And what part of America are you from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
How are the women there as opposed to here?
Black.
Do you think women in Spain are softer and have less expectations than American women?
Good question. I'm gonna need time to think about that. Are they softer?
And have less expectations?
Probably. Probably more realistic.
I'm surprised it took him that long to answer something he must have already known.
And let me ask you a question. How did you know that she was the one for you?
We didn't even speak the same language, actually, when we met. She speaks Spanish, I speak English, and the connection was still there, so.
Did you find her in Miami? Did you find her somewhere else? Where did you find her?
Yeah, her best friend lives in Miami, so I met her down here, and then she went back to Ecuador, came back, and then that's how we ended up staying in touch on Instagram.
Do you recommend someone to be dating someone outside of the country or someone from here?
So for me, I recommend outside of the country just because I think that if you meet the right girl at least, they treat their man a little better.
So how do they treat the men versus the women that treat men here?
Just very cater to you, treat you kind of like you're the king of the house. They understand how to be submissive, relaxed, and easygoing.
What are the things that you did as a man to become better to attract a woman like that?
Continue to get better every day, stay motivational, through action. The difference is, like, a lot of our communication is more action-based, so she sees like what I do more than just what I say.
It's not always about where it's from, it's about values, and when those don't match, men are gonna move on.
外国人多いと思うんですけど、外国人男性からナンパされたらどうですか？
おー、
Go. Okay. English で OK。
Maybe go。
まあナンパの断り方とか聞いてもいいですか？
インスタ持ってない。彼ピッピいる。
彼ピッピいる。日本人と外国人のナンパの違いとか印象でいいんですか？
外国人のがノリいいよね。
日本人はやっぱり
そう硬い。
Interesting to hear how they appreciate American men, unlike a lot of women in this country. No proof they're actually passport bros, but plenty of evidence she's salty that they still skipped her.
If your average man is treated better by women overseas, why do you think men prefer to stay in America and play the game when the odds are so heavily stacked against them?
Probably because of money issues and they don't want to leave their environment.
Essentially, why do you think men spend so much time grooming themselves to please the materialistic women in America?
Because looks matter, I guess.
I think a lot of them don't know about how much of success they could have if they left the country. So they kind of just stay with what they know in the country, and that's bad success rate in the country.
And when they do finally go out and see it for themselves, they realize they were settling this whole time.
You have exhausted all of your dating options, which forces you to go overseas to seek a bride who really is only interested in your American dollars. It's really that bad. You got nothing. Because women, they have options every day. That is the case for all women. All women have options because women are always going to be desired by men. You mean to tell me that you can either put your life substantially on hold to go seek your overseas bride or completely abandon and pack up the life that you have here and start it somewhere else? That tells me a lot about your job. Okay, it means that whatever it is that you're doing is not that important and thus not that high paying.
No, ma'am, it's not about exhausting options. It's about seeing what's here and deciding it's just not worth the effort.
Now, fast forward and you have this whole group of men that are saying, hey, you aren't willing to work with us. Fine, we're going to go abroad and find women who are. It's like a mixture of shock and disdain and disgust, and how dare you do this? Like, you're gonna make us have to compete? How dare you?
If competition is suddenly a problem for these women, I'd say it's well deserved.
Have you ever heard of the passport bros?
I think I know what you're talking about, bro.
Why do you think men move here to find their wives?
Number one, way easier. It's easier to get a queen when you're not around a bunch of kings. You move here, there's no competition. If I came to the States, I'd just be a regular schmegular. Here, like, they'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? They'd be on me, though.
Disrespect on one side and complete different treatment on the other. Not a hard choice at all.
Have you met her parents yet?
Yes, I've drank with her dad, hung out with her mom. Her brother's not bad.
I had called with his mom, and she's really welcoming, and she said she's excited to see me too.
I'm Aiden. I'm from Utah.
Stella, and I'm from Korea.
We're about to be married. We're fiancés right now.
Briefly, tell me how you guys met.
It was crazy. We actually met on Tinder. I know, not a great start, but I didn't really give it a whole lot of my emotions, just as like a beginning. Started to realize she was actually a pretty good girl, and I was like, you know what, this is probably something I can invest my time in. So I decided to take it to the next step. I asked her out, and then after about a year, I asked her to marry me.
How has your experience been being together with your boyfriend?
I think it was great. Like, he take care of me good. He's in Pyeongtaek right now, and I live in Seoul, and every weekend he came to see me, so I think it's good.
I actually went, was it last week, to see her dad's side of the family. I saw her mom's side of the family a couple months ago. That was super cool. I had a good time with them. They're all super welcoming people. There's a lot of judgment in Korea that I've noticed based on physical appearance and what you do for work and all of that stuff. But a family unit, I've noticed they're very welcoming, and that was really good to see.
That's really all it takes. Good character and everything just works. If only it were more common.
Hey man, maybe these passport bros are just ahead of their time.
Because these 10 out of 10s and 9 out of 10s in America, they be broke and begging. Might just go to Thailand.
Broke and begging, but somehow still acting above men who actually have some money to their name.
There's a lot of guys that don't want to date American women anymore. Now, and you see old videos, European women, oh, you're so nice, you're so this, blah, blah, blah. This is like the passport bro thing, where guys just say, I'm out. You know, I'm going to like Japan, or I'm going to wherever I'm going, right? I'm going to Europe. I'm going wherever I need to go to get away from these toxic American women. That's right, I said it, right? That's right, I said it. Toxic American women that are so full of themselves. They're ingrates. They're bashing you on social media. They're like treating their husbands like badly behaved kids. Guys don't want it anymore.
Passport bros gave them exactly what they asked for. And now that they're leaving, it's a problem?
It breaks my heart how underappreciated American men are by women here. We don't even have half of the standards you guys have for men here. They work out, they are good looking. They open the door. Like, it never happened that I go out with an American man and he doesn't open the door for me. It's crazy. Yes, they yup, but in general, they check all the boxes. Sometimes I want to send American women, a portion of them, to Russia, so they educate and they will be like, whoa, 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 whoa. It could get worse. It could get so worse that I moved to another country just for dating. Guys, it's not funny. You guys really don't recognize your privilege here.
Those men aren't underappreciated by accident. It's because the ego's being boosted by filters, makeup, and non-stop validation.
So if you go to Medellin, Colombia, you will walk down the streets and you will see girls on a scale of 1 to 10 physically. You will see 9s and 10s working at a taco shop or doing janitorial work on the side of the street with a very minimalist life. Very happy. Smile on their face, probably live at home with their parents, don't even have a car, don't have anything materialistic. Very friendly. Just very grateful to be alive and easy to date as a guy. Now, on the flip side, here in the States, there will be girls that on a scale 1 to 10, on the bottom half of that scale, that are challenging to date, very pretentious, non-approachable. Guys will approach them like, oh, like you're creeping me out. Very, very challenging to date. And for that reason, I'm like, guys, like this is not normal here in the US.
And that's exactly why so many men are looking for women outside of the States.
Would you rather live in the US and make $100,000 a year, or live in Vietnam and make $15,000 a year?
About 1,000 per month. Oh, it's a lot. Do you know that?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. 1,000 per month. 1,000 is the dreamed salary for most of people. 1,000 for me already have a good life here. Yeah.
Okay, so
to choose, I might choose live here with 15,000 per year. It's already good for me.
It's so refreshing to see a woman who's not materialistic and is actually satisfied with a simple life.
Why do Korean women like Western men? Because dating in Korea is exhausting. It's not racism, it's emotional economics. Dating in Korea be like a job interview lately. Are you slim? How is your skin? Do you have a job? Do you want marriage? Sir, I just want a coffee. And Western dating be like, you're cute, wanna get pizza? Wow, simple. I'm not saying, it depends on the person, but usually less stress and more vibes. Sometimes it's just attraction, different faces, different vibes, different styles. And how they treat women. They feel more expressive and make them feel more appreciated.
Foreign women meeting men who are actually enjoyable, and Western men meeting women who aren't entitled. It's a match made in heaven.
Cold pineapple? Yeah, they got cold pineapple here.
Yeah. Can I do this pineapple? Getting paid for by a lady in Asia. American women would never. No, I'm just playing. Such a lady. Thank you.
Oh, they'd pay for you back home? Just as long as it was with your own credit card.
Don't talk enough about how passport bros are just predators. You're leaving America to go to another country to prey on the women there who you perceive as being more submissive. That's predatory behavior. I don't know.
Get this out of here. You're done. Now,
The one thing that I've noticed about a lot of women on this app is you guys use big words you don't understand. And you are the main reason why a lot of men get locked up behind bars. Like I said, ponte trucha, because you guys get on my nerves with this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the definitions because we clearly aren't thinking. Like, do you guys have mindsets or not? Like, do you guys think before you speak? You have to watch these videos before you post them. Come on, the delusion. Ladies, if a man is going to another country, do you know why they're going to other countries? They talk about this all the time. You don't listen. That's why you ladies don't care to hear a man's opinion. So it goes in one ear and out the other. Men talk about submission so much because submissive women cook, clean, and love their men.
The second things don't go their way, out come the big words. It's the same playbook every single time.
What nationality, in your opinion, has the most attractive people?
Either Sweden or Italy. Least attractive, I know that wasn't the question, but least attractive is probably the USA.
Why?
Because a lot of them are pretty poor diet, to say the least.
So
Which reflects sometimes how they look, without being mean.
Of course.
He didn't even get to their personalities, but that probably would have been even worse.
Women aren't picking you. Maybe you're just in a market where your type is not being bought. Hear me out. If you're super smart, you should not be in a state where men value blue collar and if you're capable with your hands. Okay, you should be in San Francisco. If your primary appeal is that you're hot, wrong, and you got abs, you should not be in San Francisco. Your value will not be seen here. You should be in Austin or LA. My point is, you need to go where your attributes, your interests are maximized and valued, okay? Example, I'm a 5'4" Asian girl. If I had stayed in Arkansas, it would be disrespectful to myself. Market value was not as high there as it is in San Francisco, okay? That's just the reality of the world. It's called life maxing. You go where you can life max the hardest and yield the highest ROI, the highest results.
It's encouraged until men actually do it. Then all of a sudden, it's an issue.
A man's worst nightmare is coming to Southeast Asia for 2-3 weeks, seeing how much better society is, having the best time of their life, spending not even that much money, and becoming like the top 1% of men there, seeing like how much different it is from the West, just loving their life. Then they have to come back home, clock in back to their 9 to 5 or go back to school, and then they're depressed and hate their life.
Then people still wonder why so many men end up choosing the simpler route.
This one's for the men who just say they've given up on Western women and are gonna go abroad for a woman. I understand some of your frustrations, but if you're gonna be a passport bro, there are certain downsides. First of all, you have no idea if this woman is using you for a visa or your money. You're not gonna be able to have fun banter with her. She might be more feminine, but she might not feel like your best friend. She might feel more like a maid service. Number two, you're definitely gonna run into some cultural differences. Is she gonna be willing to give up her family, her friends, her career just to come to the States for you? You guys are also gonna run into the issue of where to live. Or are you willing to move there? Passport broing is a cop-out for something that can be easily solved.
She could list every potential downside and they'd still look better next to the alternative. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch some of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you might as well watch another one. Till next time.